Hi guys! So this is going to be a video for the sign of Aquarius. Whether you're an Aquarius or whether you're just interested in what's happening with an Aquarius, this video is going to be for you. Now, if you know me, then you know that I always pre-shuffle my cards, save you guys some time. So basically we're ready to get started. Now, I don't look at the cards, so I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys are. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to look at the recent past. That's where I'm going to start first here. And let's see what we have. We have, for a tarot card, the Seven of Cups. And then for an oracle card, we have the Eight. Well, that's an interesting combination. So, Seven of Cups is confusion. It's like being unable to choose and also just having a lot of, perhaps, options. And then with the Eight, it's like we're stuck in that. We're literally stuck in amidst a confusion and a scattering of options. What's going on here? Which way? What is what? I feel like there's just too much information going on here. Too much information, everybody's got their own viewpoint. Let me see what's going on with this. Why the Eight, though? The Eight is it's a little bit like, I'm getting a little bit of a stubborn energy here, even though that's usually a 7. But I'm getting kind of like the inability to pick something, but it's only just because you guys are being stubborn about it. Now, this can be a person that I'm picking up around you. It doesn't have to be specifically you. Now, the other card that came out for clarification just now is Gemini in reversed. It's like we're not really engaging people. We're not listening to people. We're not able to put ourselves... Gemini is putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, like seeing something from the perspective of the other. If you see, they're twins, right? So it's like putting yourself in their shoes, but we're not doing that. And that is also kind of contributing to being stuck in this energy of confusion and too many options, because we're not seeing all the options, because we're not seeing all the perspectives in the situation. We're not seeing how other people would look at the situation, and that's contributing to the confusion here and the being stuck in that. Let me see if I got anything else. Anything else about this recent past before I move on to the present here for my Aquarius? Anything else about the recent past? I don't know if you guys follow astrology, but just a quick tidbit here. Astrologically speaking, which is to say just the ambient energy of the planet right now, there's a lot of deception. There's a lot of confusion. So you guys could just be feeling some of that. So the card that came out here just now is the Heart. Oh man. All right. So there's confusion surrounding love, confusion surrounding our passions, our hearts, but specifically what is driving people? What drives people? And these are the bottom cards, by the way. Continuing to describe the recent past. So it's what drives people, what people are emotionally attached to, and who they're emotionally attached to. There's a lot of confusion surrounding that, and it's like no one's seeing eye to eye. Maybe there's just too many ways to look at the situation. Too many ways to look at the situation, and I feel like people are being stubborn and maybe even aggressive in their stance, like, I don't want to look at things from your side, but it's just causing more confusion. All right, let's move on to the present. So this is the recent past. In the present now, I have a couple different areas I can look at. I'm going to look at the position of the head. This tells me how you guys are actually perceiving, I think the recent, in general, just life, but the recent past also, which is going to tell me a little bit more about these two cards, which I kind of want to know a little bit more about still, because I'm terribly nosy. So the position of the head, what you guys are thinking, how you guys are perceiving the situation. You guys are perceiving the situation as a financial loss. You guys are perceiving the situation actually as you're bitter about just poorly. Like it's just a poor financial choice. It's I think there's two people's perspectives here. One person definitely sees this as a financial loss. It's something that's just going to lead to bad finance, a bad use of money. Okay? That's how one person, probably you, considering this is the position of the head, that's how you guys are looking at it. But remember, someone's being stubborn here, and someone's only seeing things from their perspective. What the card that just came out as I was shuffling to get more clarification was the book, which tells me that maybe you actually need to learn a little bit more. There's missing information, or someone has missing information. Like there needs to be more research done. That's the book here, okay? On the bottom is Uranus, which is also research. It's also kind of like having a light bulb moment. So somebody needs to do more research. Somebody needs to do their homework here to help out with this recent confusion. Could be you or could be the other person, because I feel like there's definitely two people, because I got Gemini, I got the number 2. There's a disagreement here in terms of the way that you both see the situation, but somebody needs to learn. Somebody needs to do their homework on this, okay? And someone underneath Uranus is the princess. It's like someone doesn't know what they're talking about. Someone is inexperienced. That's the princess. And underneath that is the queen. They need to graduate to the queen by picking up a book and reading up on the subject. Okay, let's move on. The next position I want to look at, I think, is the position of the hand. This tells me what you guys are doing about the situation. What are you guys actually doing? Let's see. 10 of Pentacles with the Sun. All right, so you guys are actually, you have the money. This is having the money, enjoying the money. But the 10 of Pentacles isn't just money. It's like legacy. It's like having a house. Maybe you don't have fluid cash, but you have a house, but you have things that are so expensive that they're almost priceless, that there's so much money involved. That's the 10 of Pentacles. You guys are doing good. Essentially, this is what this is telling me on a physical world level. And you're taking advantage of it. You're enjoying it. That's the Sun card. You're enjoying the things you have, the place you live, your resource. 10 of Pentacles isn't even resources. It's the infrastructure around you. Everything about your physical world is set up to your benefit. See if we get anything else on this. Tell me what the 10 of Pentacles with the Sun here. And I think that, remember, you're looking at this from the situation of you might be in the privileged position, right? Someone else might not be so privileged. And you're looking at their situation like there's confusion, and you're like, from the where I'm sitting, that looks like a financial loss. That's not a good investment. But you guys have it pretty good. You guys might be the privileged ones. Tell me more about the 10 of Pentacles. Tell me what the 10 of Pentacles with this, please. Okay. Capricorn. You guys are doing good. 10 of Pentacles is also, like I was saying, your legacy. Could just be that you guys are like a big boss, you know? Capricorn is career. You guys are bringing in fat stacks of cash just routinely and enjoying it. Enjoying doing so, Capricorn. On the bottom, I have the staff with the number 1. A little bit of a focus, a lot of a focus on you guys, which is not bad because as an Aries, I love focusing on myself. Focusing on the self isn't bad, but you guys are seeing things from just very much one-sided situation. And it has to do with the fact that you guys have such a, how do I put this? You guys are so successful. Maybe you guys are more successful than the average person, and that puts you in a very specific perception of a situation that leads to confusion and thus the disagreement. I don't want to dwell on this, so I'm going to just keep going. On the bottom is, wait a second. Sorry, these were on the bottom. Underneath these two cards, the staff and the number 1, is the bed, which is kind of like saying that I think maybe you guys have had it a little bit easy. The bed in this case is almost describing like coasting, all right? So your situation's easy. Someone else is looking at it, a situation like, well, I've had harder times, and there is like where the disagreement lies, all right? Okay, so let's move on. There's only one more position before I look in the future, and this is the last position in the current moment. This is the position of the heart. It talks about your emotions, your feelings, what's in your heart. So I have the 10 of Wands with the hand. You guys have work in your heart. I just got Capricorn, remember? You guys are working hard. You guys are placing like career ambitions, I think, are at the forefront right now. And that's showing up in your heart. That's what you guys want, okay? And then with the hand here, you want people to be on board. Like, it could be that you're trying to get people to be on the same page as you, and it could be that this whole situation is at work, financial, and there's this disagreement with regards to finances or with regards to how to use this company resources or something to that effect. But you're trying to get people on board. And I feel like you are just invested in this career, in this ambition. You want people to be on your side, but there's a lot of confusion. All right, so let's see what's going to happen in the future. What's going to come of the situation, or what else is coming towards you? We'll find out. So I have the Death card with the Oracle card of the number 0. Well, this is a very interesting combination because the Death card is usually a long-term process that talks about like a transmutation, a change, an irreversible change, but it's long-term. It's like kind of like going from, a teenager to an adult. A lot of things about the way you see life change. That's the Death card. But with the 0, what's weird about this is the 0 implies suddenness. It implies randomness. It implies that it's sort of a chance occurrence. So there's a sudden change coming up for you. Now, what manner of change? Internal, external? I don't know. This is still very general, so I'm definitely going to need more cards on this. There's a major, sort of random, large-scale, irreversible change coming towards you. That's all I can say. I'm going to need more cards. Tell me more about this Death card with the number 0. Seems kind of huge, actually. Tell me about the Death card with the number 0 here for my Aquariuses. What's up with the Death card and the 0? Tell me about the Death card with the 0. Tell me about the Death card with the 0. Now, keep in mind, if this reading isn't resonating in the direction I'm talking, it could just be vice versa, right? You could be the person who has it rough financially, and then there's a disagreement with the person who has it kind of like a little bit easier, they're doing really well, and they're kind of coasting. Could be vice versa. Can you tell me more about this Death card at some point, please, in the near, forever future? It's taking a while here. Tell me about the Death with the number 0. I don't know why let me change my posture. Hold on. Tell me about the Death card with the 0. I'm about to get a whole flood of cards. That's what happens when it takes a long time. There's a lot of cards pour out. Tell me about the Death card with the 0, please. For my Aquariuses. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Just one card, but it flipped over as it came out. So we have the Ship in reverse. All right. So something that I think maybe you have seen coming. This isn't totally random, but I think the moment that it happens is random, and that's why the 0 is here. But the Ship reversed is almost like something it's been coming for a while, or it hasn't been coming. Maybe we didn't realize that it was going to get here quite when it does in the short-term future, because I am looking in just 2 weeks ahead. On the bottom, I have the 6 with the 1 with the nut. And this all tells me that this is going to be a positive change. So whatever happens to you that's going to kind of be a sudden change of your circumstances is, I feel like it's going to be physical with the nut here. It's going to be like an external circumstance. Something's going to change around you, but it's going to be really good. With the 1 and the 6, it's something you want. Something really good is changing for you, around you. Underneath that, I have the Key, which is to say, I think this is something that you've either been keeping a secret or you've been secretly wanting for a while to happen, and it's finally happening. Could have something to do with bureaucracy or some kind of third-party institution here, because underneath that, I'm kind of digging really deep, but underneath that is the City. So this could also have something to do with a third-party institution. Yeah. Okay. Let's do advice for you guys. Let's pull advice and see what you guys should be doing, regardless of what's happening, right? What should you guys be doing about it? That's what advice is going to tell us. So, I almost mixed these cards up. The right cards on the right deck. So let's see. What should my Aquariuses be doing, focused on, or aware of? What should my Aquariuses be doing, focused on, aware of, or best strategies with regards to situation or in general? Okay, I have the arrow on target. All right, arrow on target. Interesting. Could be that you're the person who is on target with regards to the situation. You're perceiving it correctly, and maybe the other person is the person who isn't exactly is the person who is causing the confusion. But this also talks about being really clear. You really have to be clear with what you say with people, and you have to state things with gravitas. That's what I'm also getting from these bottom cards as I'm just looking at them really quick. I'll just show them really quick. It's the 3, Mercury, the King, and Pluto is kind of like speaking with people with a little bit more gravitas. If you catch my drift with, like, it's almost like, when like a father has the ability to just say one word and like their kid just like stops. That's gravitas, right? It's saying this is saying like have that like fatherly energy of like, no, this is what we're doing, or this is what is correct because of A, B, and C. Yeah, just routine. Be more clear with the details. Let's see. Any tarot cards here? Any tarot cards? Being clear with the details is going to help the confusion. It's going to help having the other person like see things from your perspective, right? Again, this is all part of the problem. Still not sure what the big change. I mean, this doesn't have to do with the big change. This is more referring to the other stuff besides that bombshell I dropped at the end. This is not talking about that. Anything else here for my Aquarius signs? Anything else real quick at the end here? I just want to wrap it up. Anything else before I wrap it up? Aquariuses. I'm doing a tarot card. Anything else? Aquariuses. Anything else for my Aquariuses? Okay. 10 of Pentacles again! Wow! Oh, but what's weird is how interesting. We have the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom, 10 of Pentacles on top. There's one person who is privileged, one person who's privileged and coasting, has an easy life, one person who has the tough life, who has the hard knock life here. And that's part of the disagreement. The more you guys can speak on this detail and speak on this matter, I think, and kind of like see things from the other person's perspective, I feel the better off you're going to be with this, working with this person, like teamwork in general. These ideas just need to come across a little bit better. All right. I hope that made sense, guys. I hope you guys got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here, Aquariuses. I really appreciate you guys. If this does resonate, don't forget to press the like button. That helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Take care.